No, that's the truth.
So
let's get to
For
it.
real,
Let's see if I
for
can
real.
Us not putting an emphasis on education, us, I'm talking about adults, parents, guardians, whomever, not making or taking accountability for where our children are, not just academically, but in life in general. And that most of our kids are reading at second and third grade levels. I ain't telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. And I also talked about how we could know that these kids are fucking failing, and we'll still go out and buy designer, let them play sports, y'all allow them to go out, y'all give them video games, all types of shit. I could not be more disturbed by this mother's response and saying that the school failed him. No, you failed him.
exactly.
You failed him, Mom, because 3 jobs and you have 3 kids, and trust me, I get it. I get it. But there is one thing that I understood. One, because I knew when I became pregnant that the one thing I did not want to do was pass down struggle to my fucking kids.
Pass down struggle. See, yeah, you want to speak on that?
Oh, not only I want to speak on that, it just shows that it's time to take accountability. It's time to be consistent. Stay cool, my people. Let me tell y'all, your child is a gift. You come and you bring this gift and you don't prepare this gift, that is your fault.
You a failure?
Yeah.
And they always get back to saying, with the parent and the child stuff. You the parent, I'm the child. Hey, that's cool, but we both have to listen to each other in order to have a relationship.
Yeah.
If you are talking down, how can I come up?
Yeah.
There's no way possible. But once again, our people have to understand working together by understanding that parents and kids need to understand, like that parent that's shouting down stuff, that being evil to each other, that's within our community.
No, for sure.
You gotta definitely create a safe space for your child, because it's like I've seen so many times where children get out in the world, for example, and bad stuff happen. Maybe they're hanging out with the wrong crowd. And prime example, I knew a girl who hanging out with the wrong crowd, literally, run home, gets in the house and don't say nothing to her parents. She just runs up to her room. 30 minutes later, police is knocking at the door. She's still locked up to this day because somebody died that night while she was in the car. And her mom is just like, had she was, if she only felt safe enough to talk to me, or, if we had that type of relationship where she could have came to me, maybe I could have did something or said something to protect her. And I'm like, I couldn't go to my mother and tell her, hey, we was just out and Jai caught a body. How can you help me? And it's like, if I was in that safe space, like other cultures, if you look at them, and I hate to talk about it, but other cultures, they got that protection. They got that safe space. And not only that, their parents is setting them up for success. Teaching them about financial growth, teaching them about, their bank accounts, teaching them about good credit, teaching them about, just different angles, teaching them about entrepreneurship.
There we go.
And we're not doing that as a culture. I feel like there's a lot of envy when you have kids, and it's like, well, this little mother think they better than me, so
especially the mom.
And I experienced that. So, just from coming from that, you got to step back and be like, you know what? I didn't make it. I want you to make it. I didn't have this. I want you to have it.
Amen.
You deserve to have it. I'm going to work for you, and we're going to work together for us to get to that. So, I just wish we all could create that as parents. I'm not a parent, but if, I would definitely be like, come to me, talk to me. You ready to have sex? Okay, let's talk about it.
Right.
You want to do drugs? Okay, let's figure out what drugs you're trying to do, and let's figure out what's off the table.
I'm doing with you.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just figure out what's off the table. Like little stuff like that, because you got kids strung out. You got kids not being able to talk to their parents, and they're killing themselves so young. It's just too much going on in the world right now that it starts somewhere.
Start at home.
That is true, but also too, you guys, they came from a lot of struggle and a lot of hard work and things they probably can't, mention just to everything. They can't be transparent. I wish they could be more transparent, but it's just they came from another parent that had some other stuff too. So,
but when do we break the cycle?
When do you break the cycle?
We
have to break the cycle. If my grandmother was a crackhead and my mother was a crackhead,
You
I
be a
can't.
crackhead.
I cannot be a crackhead.
Yeah,
I'm
I
literally watching parents say, well, young kids like my close to my age are saying, you know, well, my father was an alcoholic and my mother was an alcoholic, and I'm gonna take this tequila to the head. It's like that ain't hereditary.
That's literally the reason
That's
I
a
don't have an
choice.
addictive personality. Because I seen my mom get strung out on drugs. My dad, you know what I'm saying, he's had his little alcohol issues or whatever. But that's the reason that I could cut off any, like y'all be talking about me drinking, I could cut it off anytime I want to. Like I haven't smoked weed in over a year. Like anything, like my personality is, I cut off addiction like it's nothing. Like,
as soon as
but
you notice it, you're like, uh-oh,
exactly.
I'm slipping.
But as far as like being a parent, like, and you know, like I let Trey, like he could say, you know what I'm saying, whatever he want as long as it's respectful. I let make sure he expresses himself. Like his teacher in school, he was having trouble with like writing and stuff. You gave me a comic book like a guide for him to just fill in, and yeah, so he was having trouble with his writing, so he likes making comic books. So cool, Trey, boom, we about to write a bunch of comic books this week, and because it's not just the school's job to train myself for the world.
It's a village, bro.
It's me, it's his mom, it's my parents, her parents, it's everybody. Like we all have. He's our responsibility. Like
Right.
I was my grandmother's responsibility. I was my dad's responsibility. I was your mom's responsibility. I was your mom's responsibility. I was Billy's responsibility. Like everybody around us helped raise us. So it's not like the schools barely prepared me for the world. Everything I got from the people that I look up to. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I learned what not to do.
Exactly.
What not to do.
The smart person will learn what
A
not
wise
to do.
man learns from the mistakes of others.
But I do want to say this. Y'all know I work with middle schoolers. This week, we got 2 more weeks of school.
Little niggas wildin'.
And I've been letting them listen to Proverbs in the Bible.
Okay.
Because I'm like, that's what they don't get at home.
You
know,
right
the word,
on
They
that.
don't get the word at home, so I've been letting them listen to it. Y'all can play y'all video games, but this is what we listening to. Y'all can listen to drill music while playing y'all video games. You're going to listen to this word.
Yeah,
And
Bible,
they be
yeah.
calm.
That's good.
Because they know Miss Destiny don't play. But they,
I would turn the heat up, make them fall asleep. But I would say one thing that black people do that other cultures don't do. Mom, I'm not sure if you did this, but once they turn 18, they kick them out.
Oh.
You keep your
16.
kids 16. Once you graduate high school, I'm done with you. Nah, you can't do that, especially nowadays.
Sometimes the growth begins at 16.
Yeah.
Those are the critical times.
Hey, and do y'all have any, y'all think the next generation is going to do it better? I
What?
don't.
What?
No,
As
they
far as
raising
what?
they
Be better.
raising serial
To be better.
killers.
Yeah.
Man.
They got Blueface and,
Man,
they got Blueface
So-
and Baby Bop. It's not going to work
little
out.
niggas wildin'.
I see them out at like 10, 12. And if they're not in the streets, I feel like they're going to be in somebody's system. And I hate to say it, but these kids are out of control.
It's a lot of mental health with this generation.
Yeah. And I feel like also the pandemic didn't really help.
Nah, hell
And it's
no.
like
Exactly.
now they're these social awkwardness with the kids, and they're just, it's like 0 to 100 with these kids. We used to say it in school, like, oh, I go 0 to 100.
I know when
Nah.
it
These
gets real.
kids, they not talking about it, they doing it. So
But
I'm
reality
like,
TV did that to them too.
yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
It was bad for us, but it was a balance because they,
Yeah.
they had videos where they talking scenes, where they talking stuff out, and then they
Yeah.
drama. But reality TV is all drama.
And
Yeah.
we
How
were
old you in the
introduced to
States?
social media.
Yeah.
Like we were introduced to social media.
Yeah.
They don't know life
They don't know.
without
They
it.
was born and they was
Exactly.
born,
Like
it was here.
like they